All right, this is going to be a little heavy hitting today. Is anyone here in a season of panic? Most people don't fail in business because they're bad at business. They fail because they panic at the exact moment they should think clearly. And that's a lot of what business building is about. I want to say this up front too. If things feel tight for you right now, that does not mean that something's wrong with you. It means that you've reached the part of business that's real. Big difference. Because when it's an easy season, that doesn't require leadership, right? Hard seasons do. When cash gets inconsistent, when delivery is like you're delivering, you're fulfilling, you're doing the procedures, when it feels heavier, when decisions suddenly matter more, most people react and most people panic. What you're doing is you're chasing relief. You're looking for the fastest fix. And they start thinking about starting over instead of tightening what you already have. Is this resonating? Yes, you want to quit, right? Who's feeling like they want to quit? My spirit told me that I need to talk about this because so many of you are in this place where you're like, I think I'm just going to quit. So this isn't about motivation. This isn't about pushing harder. I want to recognize that reaction of panic, of shutting down, that's what kills businesses and kills your dreams, and you're going to regret it. This is about how real CEOs think when the business stops being cute and starts being consequential. If you quit now, you reset the clock. But if you stay but don't change how you think, you stall. But if you learn, and you must learn to do this, think under pressure. This season, the one that you're standing on becomes the one that changes everything. You're in the middle, you're not at the beginning, but you're not at the mountaintop either. I really think that one of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make is mislabeling the season they're in. You might be calling this season failure. You might call it burnout. You call it misalignment. You might be going over your past mistakes, how you didn't do enough of this or didn't do enough of that, or why did I do this to begin with? It's none of those. What you're actually in is just compression. This is real. This is having a business. Compression happens when your business grows faster than your systems, when demand exposes gaps, when the decisions you used to get away with start costing you. At the beginning, effort covers the mistakes. But in the middle, where a lot of you might be right now, effort exposes the mistakes. This is the part that nobody warns business owners about. The better that you get, the less sloppy you're allowed to be. It's getting harder because you're in the middle. It's real now. So if your business feels heavier right now, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because the margin for error is shrinking. More people depend on you. More money moves through your hands. More decisions actually matter. That's not failure. You're just feeling the weight of what? Responsibility. Most people quit here because they think that the discomfort means that they're off track. But the discomfort is actually the signal that your business is demanding a higher level of thinking. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a new identity. You don't need to scrap the whole thing. You don't need to blow everything up and start over again. Listen to me. What you need now is precision. The margin for error is smaller. And once you understand that this season isn't about expansion, it's about optimization, everything changes.
Hey, stop for a second. Did you know that most people who watch the CEO Glow Show are not even subscribed? What? So if you are on a mission to level up your beauty business, your family life, your prayer life, hit that subscribe button now so we can stay in touch.
This is actually where businesses actually die. Panic thinking versus CEO thinking This is the cut. It's not because of market conditions, not because of algorithms, but because of how the owner thinks under pressure. So there's two modes that you can operate when things get tight. Panic thinking or CEO thinking. Who's feeling panicked? Panic thinking is relatable, but it's reactive, it's emotional. It sounds like, what's the fastest money? What can I launch right now? Maybe I should start something new. Maybe I should take that class and add that service. I'll just fix it later. Maybe I should just quit. I just want a glass of wine. You reach for that glass of wine probably more often than you should because it's just a Band-Aid. Panic thinking is just obsessed with relief. But CEO thinking is different. CEO thinking is slower, it's quieter, and it's way less dramatic. CEO thinkers ask, what decision protects trust? What simplifies the delivery? What can I optimize that I'm already doing better? What still works? What still works if I have to operate like this for the next 12 months? And the trap is that panic feels productive. CEO thinking feels actually kind of boring. But boring is what compounds. Short-term relief creates long-term debt. Most people don't realize that they're borrowing from their future when they panic, when they make panic decisions. And you take another class, you buy a new machine, you stack offers instead of fixing what you currently have. They sell things that they can't sustain. They drop prices. They sacrifice reputation for a temporary cash spike. And then they wonder why the business feels heavy. Real CEOs don't ask, how do I feel better this week? They ask, what decision makes this business stronger the next quarter? If you remember nothing else from this talk, remember this, that your job is not to escape discomfort. Your job is to make decisions that you can stand behind when the pressure doesn't go away. The difference between someone who owns a job and someone who builds an asset is that they don't panic or they resist panic decisions. When the pressure hits, real CEOs resist spiraling. You zoom out. They stop asking emotional questions. They start asking strategic ones, better ones. So if you're in a tight season, I want you to pause and actually write these down. Question number 1, what's leaking right now? Every business leaks. Where is the opportunity? Where are you leaving opportunities on the table? Is it in the 3 machines, visibility, booking, or services? It's not in a new thing, guys. It's not in a new thing. The problem is most owners don't look for leaks. They just keep pouring more effort in. What is it leaking? Time, money, energy, trust? Maybe you're lowering your prices and over-delivering in the wrong places. Maybe you're tolerating inefficiency on your team. Maybe inefficiency within yourself. Maybe you're paying for complexity that you don't need. Where is that? Are you serving Voss water? You don't need to. You don't grow a business by adding more. You grow it by plugging leaks, getting better at the 3 machines. That's it. Everything else is a distraction. Question number 2 is this. What am I tolerating that's costing me? Stress is usually a symptom of tolerated problems, tolerated misalignment, tolerated overcomplication, tolerated standards that are too low for where you are now, what your life requires now. The hard truth is this, that your standards determine your success. If something keeps bothering you, it's not random, it's because it's expensive. And leadership is the willingness to say, this doesn't work anymore, even if it used to. Question number 3. Where are you doing busy work that's not really doing anything? If you had to simplify your business by 50%, what survives? If you could only perform one thing, one priority, one channel, what would it be? What is that? What is that offer? Whatever survives that filter is your foundation. When things feel chaotic, the answer is almost always simplification, not expansion. And those 3 questions will make you feel better immediately, but they will make you dangerous in the best way. Because now you're thinking like someone who plans to stay. Do you plan to stay? Yeah. I want to talk about what leadership looks like in real time, because numbers aren't what you need from me. You need thinking. How am I approaching this season? First, I'm choosing fewer, tighter priorities. That's what we're doing here at PRB. Not because we're shrinking, but because focus multiplies execution. More options create noise. Fewer options, though, create power. At PRB, for 2026, we are protecting delivery and reputation at all costs. Trust is much harder to recover from. So every decision runs through this filter. Can we deliver this well, consistently, without strain? If the answer is no, it doesn't matter how exciting it sounds, it's a distraction.
If you're a beauty professional and you want a real upgrade in 2026, listen up. If you've been grinding clients, content, trainings, but you still feel stuck or uninspired, it's probably because you're not in the right room. The Skin Games is going down in the Dallas area March 19th through 22nd, 2026 at the Renaissance Dallas Addison Hotel. And no, this isn't just skincare. It's a major Beauty Pro event with categories and education across aesthetics, waxing, lash and brow, and makeup. Plus demos, vendors, and networking with people who are serious about results. Go to theskingames.com to grab your pass. All right, back to the episode.
The third thing I'm focusing on for 2026 is I'm simplifying before I expand. It's tempting, especially someone like me with new ideas all the time, to add new offers, new angles, new ideas. But expansion on a shaky foundation doesn't create relief, it creates chaos, and I know this. So instead of asking, what can I add? I'm asking, what can I remove? So you might be in a season like me where you need to make decisions that feel boring now but powerful later. And this is the part that people skip. If you're an adult, adult businesses are built on clarity, systems, repeatability, not adrenaline. Flash looks good on social media, but stability looks good on bank statements. It's the ability to make calm, principled decisions, even when no one is clapping yet. And that's what you need to do. The reframe that changes everything is that the middle is not where businesses die. The middle is where amateurs quit and professionals are made. Anyone can operate when things are light. Anyone can feel confident when cash is flowing and decisions are easy. But in the middle, you're in the middle. The middle demands maturity. This is a season where the business asks more of you, and not more hustle, but more discernment, more leadership. And most people have this inkling to think that the goal is to avoid this phase. It's not. This phase is what makes or breaks. This phase is the training ground. It teaches you how to hold pressure without collapsing, to make decisions without instant validation, to protect people and clients even when it costs you. And once you've learned how to operate here, you don't fear growth anymore because you know you can handle the weight. Don't give up. That's why this season feels different. You are not failing, you're being forged. Big difference. And the leaders who make it through this phase don't just build businesses, they build something sustainable. This is where you change generational wealth for your family. It kind of has to feel a little boring. And so many of us in the beauty industry are so artistic and creative. Resist. So if you are here and you're tired, you're discouraged, or you're quietly questioning yourself, quietly questioning your entire business, I want to speak to you directly for a moment. First, stop diagnosing yourself as broken. You're not lazy, you're not behind, and you're not failing because this feels hard. What you're experiencing, like I said earlier, is the weight of responsibility. And that only shows up when you've actually built something real. Welcome to reality. You're alive. You have responsibility. Second, stop scrolling for relief. Who's guilty of that? Yes. Dopamine ideas won't fix foundational problems. Anyone here stress shops on Temu? For some reason, it's like dopamine, dopamine. Pinterest is wild. It knows exactly what I want. Those dopamine hits won't fix foundational problems. New strategies won't save broken systems. A new gadget, a new case for your phone. And also, stop copying or envying other people's highlight reels, because that will only make you doubt work that actually matters. Instead, tighten what you have. You're here at PRB. Use it. Use it. Don't get distracted. Clarify what matters. Commit to fewer, better decisions. 3 machines, you guys. Visibility, booking, services. Everything else is a distraction. This is how you execute without drama. Stick to those 3 machines. Third thing, and I gotta say this, please don't disappear. This is where people go quiet. They ghost their businesses, and I know some of you feel like you're in that season maybe. You stop posting, right? You stop leading, and you tell yourself, I need to take a break. I'm calling you out. Disappearing doesn't create stability. It doesn't create peace. It creates distance. Stay visible. Stay engaged. Don't lie. Stay honest. You don't need to be loud. You just need to be present. Don't stop showing up. Discomfort is not a sign to quit. It's a signal to grow up. And if you can learn to lead yourself through this season, you will have a level of confidence that most people never develop. Not because things got easy, but because you got solid. So if you're still here, still listening, still thinking, still willing to tighten instead of quit, you are not behind. You're ahead of the people who disappear the moment the business requires them to grow. This season isn't about proving anything. It's about becoming someone who can be trusted with more. So don't rush this part. Don't numb it. Don't numb it. Face it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Stay in the room. Keep going. Make the boring decisions. Protect the trust. Keep showing up on social. Businesses don't break people. Panic does. Did you hear me? Businesses don't break people. Panic does. And leaders aren't made when things are easy. They're revealed when things are steady under pressure. You are being refined. If this helped you reframe where you are, take that as a signal to keep going. Integrity compounds, clarity compounds. And if you stay long enough and let this season do its work on you, grow you, everything changes.